When did you realize someone was keeping your partner sick on purpose? My wife started taking vitamins every morning, and I thought it was great that she was finally focusing on her health. But then I noticed the bottles multiplying across our kitchen counter like they were breeding overnight. I walked into the kitchen at 6 in the morning to find her hunched over the counter with 40 bottles spread out and her phone propped up against the toaster playing some video about bioavailability. She was dropping pills into a massive organizer with so many compartments, it looked like a tackle box while cross-referencing 3 different notebooks. Babe, what is all this? I asked, and she barely glanced up. I need to take the iron separate from the calcium, but with the vitamin C and the B complex has to be on an empty stomach, but the D3 needs fat for absorption, so I'm restructuring everything. Her phone alarm went off, and she grabbed a handful of pills and swallowed them dry before I could respond. By the time I left for work, she'd taken 3 more handfuls with different combinations of juice and milk and water. Our daughter pulled me aside that night while my wife was in the bathroom taking her evening supplements. Dad, is Mom sick? She's taking more medicine than Grandma did during chemo. The fear in her voice made me realize this had gone beyond some wellness kick. I found the credit card statement later that week and nearly choked on my coffee when I saw mysterious wellness charges adding up to $800 just for January. When I brought it up at dinner, she launched into this speech about soil depletion and how we're all walking around with invisible deficiencies while pushing a bottle of something called ashwagandha toward our son. I came home early from work to grab forgotten paperwork and heard her on the phone upstairs sounding like she was about to cry. I'm taking everything exactly like you said, but my joints still hurt and the brain fog is getting worse, not better. I crept up the stairs and stood outside our bedroom door. Maybe I need to double the dose or add that new methylated one you mentioned because something must be really wrong with my absorption. Her voice cracked on the last word and I heard her sniffling. The next morning I watched her sort pills and tried to sound casual. Who were you talking to yesterday about supplements? The bottle in her hand slipped and pills scattered across the counter.